WolfeyVGC caught yet again with cheated Pokemon. I would expect better of a Pokemon World Champion, so let's get right into this one. Retweet and follow for a chance to win a copy of the Raichu I used to win the 2016 Pokemon World Championships. Wolfey tweeted this one out himself. This is his thing in celebration of that, but he incriminates himself. I don't even have to do anything right now. Copy. This is a cloned Raichu. Well, cloned Pokemon are absolutely against the terms of service. So right here we can scroll up. This is the Pokemon website. Terms of use, this applies to all Pokemon games, all apps published by Pokemon, whether it's tablets, smart TVs, video game consoles, any platform unless otherwise indicated in the app, but that includes X, Y, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The terms of use apply here. We go to rights and restrictions, effectively things you can and cannot do, mostly things you can't do, such as use or facilitate the use of any unauthorized third-party software, bots, mods, hacks, scripts. That means you can't use Power Save to clone even illegal Pokemon. Like, if the Pokemon was caught in-game, the second you clone it, illegitimate right there. So that's the Pokemon terms of service saying this. But also, we have this one right here. Take any action to cause or exploit known or latent malfunctions, bugs, or other defects in the service or system used to operate the service, which means you can't even cloning glitch a legit Pokemon, because then it's illegal. So no matter what Wolfey did, this copy is illegal, so he's giving away a cheated Pokemon. Now, before we get carried away with all the haters in the comment section, just gonna brush up on the two-quote fallacy. It doesn't matter what I've said in the past. It doesn't matter about my videos, because I know someone's gonna bring up my videos about other glitches and stuff in the game, but that does not absolve Wolfey of his cheating. That does not absolve him of his illegal Pokemon as a Pokemon World Champion. So, there's your fallacy, guys, and let's keep going. So now it gets crazy. There's been like 3 actions that I've called Wolfey out on, and it gets even more sketchy because he made all of his videos about me private. No apology, even though I proved that he lied about me. I proved that without a doubt he is using an illegal Pokemon. Like, there's no question there. There's nothing that you can use to defend the Dream Ball Raichu. That it cannot exist through normal gameplay, no matter what. That's just fact right there. But he deleted his videos, didn't really make a statement about it as far as I'm aware. Something like that. I guess since he's a world champion now, he's trying to turn it around. He wants some good PR from that. But he doesn't apologize for having an illegal Pokemon. He doesn't apologize for me for slandering my channel. And my video right here exposes him on all that. So he says that you can breed hacked parents. Like, if you have 2 illegal Pokemon, you breed it, the Pokemon that comes out is legal. He says this to his audience, thousands of people, potentially 10,000 or more. And he was absolutely wrong as a Pokemon World Champion. The Pokemon Company sent me a response saying that Pokemon bred from illegitimately obtained Pokemon are not considered illegal. So even if you breed with this Raichu, this is an illegitimate Pokemon according to terms of service. All the things that this man talks about when it comes to legal Pokemon is wrong. So don't take his advice. You can't breed hacked parents. You do not want to be caught with this cloned Raichu because that's against the rules. And he just kind of goes on like that. So I caught him on his lies right there, and yet instead of admitting that he has at least been caught with cheated Pokemon, he decides to cover it up, which is pretty bad. And then on the channel I was looking for it, I don't really see anything, so there we go. And just to make sure you guys know that this is his Raichu, this is the Raichu that we have, and this is his Raichu that he is giving away. Same stats. So this is a video that shows the Raichu, and it's an Italian event Raichu that this was given away. I'm trying to remember exactly when. Like, there was the Pika Cup, and then you got the awesome Endeavor Pikachu. So that's where, like, this comes in very fancy. So yeah, as we can see here in the video, cloned Raichu. Everything's the exact same. I made sure to double check. So there we go, guys. Also, I do find it a little suspicious that it is an Italian Raichu. That makes me feel like either someone in the VGC community gen this Pokemon, or PK Hex, or Power Save, whatever. I'm not savvy with all the cheating methods to bypass hack check. Either someone did this, or there was like a legitimate Raichu that was soft reset enough times to become competitively viable, but then it was cloned into oblivion, and now none of them are effectively legal at all. So, the winner, congrats to Neofinks for winning the Raichu giveaway. Don't use the Raichu, man. It's illegal, so that's all I've got to say. Oh, here's the video about WolfeyVGC and his illegal Raichu. Somehow, video getting tons of hate and dislikes, even though it's fact and you can't argue with it, and it's a world champion. So now we're going to kind of step away from Wolfey and look into the deeper side of VGC. it just seems like there is a group of people that gen Pokemon or cheat Pokemon for a lot of the top VGC players. I mean, Ray Rizzo, Dream Ball Aegislash. Ray Rizzo at Nationals with a absolutely hacked and cheated Pokemon. It actually goes deeper because there's this post on Reddit. Turns out Ray Rizzo used more than just a Dream Ball Aegislash. So if we click on the link right here, those, my friend, are Lure Balls. Now, Lure Balls are Kurt's balls, only obtainable in the 4th generation. However, hidden abilities were introduced in the 5th generation, which means his hidden ability Politoed and his hidden ability Ludicolo are absolutely illegal. So that was also what he has used for cheated Pokemon. Good job, Ray Rizzo, and it doesn't help that he's now commentating for VGC officially, as well as commentating other tournaments as a confirmed cheater in Pokemon at this point. Now, we also have Aaron Zhang, so we have Cybertron versus some other people, and this goes back to 2013. Look at how old that looks with the black and white and the sprites and stuff, but there's something really fishy about Cybertron's team, and as you can see through history of like Cybertron uses his team, it's always shiny Pokemon, and since it is competitive play, these are 5, 6 IV shiny Pokemon. All of his Pokemon on his team from that, it's very, very questionable and most likely hacked or cheated in some way, and even RNG manipulated Pokemon are illegal according to the Pokemon Terms of Service, because that is an exploit, and also you do need an unauthorized third-party app to get the RNG counter going. So yeah, even RNG Pokemon, clone Pokemon, stuff like that are absolutely against the rules. So I mean, it just kind of shows, like, it feels like there's either a couple of people that understand hack check really well that are cheating these Pokemon for the VGC players, so they just give them the teams and then they can practice and train and become top players, or the players are cheating it themselves because they know how to cheat that effectively, unless you're Ray Rizzo, because you don't understand ball mechanics. Same for WolfeyGC. So it's really like a high up Illuminati kind of thing going on with the VGC, and why it feels so exclusive, because all the legitimate players are getting screwed over by the now top players that are cheating non-stop, but also getting away with it because there's favoritism involved, and it's really making the competitive scene a hilarious joke, as we can see right here. But it keeps on going. So I looked into how this worked in the 5th generation and even the 6th generation. So this is about PokeCheck. Pretty much you download a .pokemon file, and then you send it to the 5th game through a GTS spoof. I don't know if this is still available because GTS was shut down, but going into like 2014, 2015, and 2013, and all these other years of having Pokemon stuff, people were using PokeCheck nonstop, making nonstop illegal Pokemon, and then getting away with it because you can get through the hack check by doing so. Now, interestingly enough, even though it's 5th generation, you could create a Pokemon in PokeCheck. You can gen a Pokemon then, and then bring it into Kalos and give it the blue Pentagon, thus making it legal for VGC. So there was something, you know, change the game region of 5th gen Pokemon to Kalos, transfer it over with Bank, and then you'll get the blue Pentagon. So it's actually possible to use some kind of software in the 5th generation. I mean, Pokegening, PKX, I don't know all the software that's involved right now. Either way, you can cheat a Pokemon 5th gen, bring in 6th gen, use it in VGC, which is absolutely against the rules because that is not a Kalos native Pokemon. It's a tricked Kalos native Pokemon. And that was kind of the whole thing right there. And then it just keeps on coming, guys. Nugget Bridge log confirms Ray Rizzo is a cheater. So we have this right here. So this post is a Nugget Bridge log, I believe, coming off of an admin or something. Just leaving something here, or just leaving something so there's some fun around these parts. Apparently a mod on Nugget Bridge confirms that Ray Rizzo indeed tampers the game. So we have this paste bin of the chat logs, which also goes off of this right here. So, and that website, PokeSomething, what was it called? This is Ray Rizzo. This is his account in a chat room. I don't have one, or I don't have a power save, definitely buying one, and then he remembers PokeCheck, that's it. I miss PokeCheck, and I miss my R4, totally getting a power save. Now, we can also, like, scroll through the chat logs and stuff, and in here we have Cybertron, even popping into this room, while also having Zubat, who is the guy from this earlier conversation, and there's also Ray Rizzo that talks about, like, his cheating and stuff. And then if we scroll back up to the top, you know, this guy, the Sin Guest, comes in, and he's, like, instigating about it. You know, he pulls up this conversation, he's like, yo, why would any of you be interested in third-party devices like this? Looks pretty bad in my opinion. And then everyone just starts laughing at him and tries to, like, you know, get him kicked out of the room for trolling or whatnot. So Zubat, he pretty much just kind of like says like, everyone does it, you know, it's okay. And then as this gets instigated more, he starts to backtrack, or he starts to be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. But overall, it's the whole idea that cheaters think that they can cheat the game because, oh, they don't want to waste their time with in-game stuff. So it's okay to cheat items and cheat all these things. Then PokeCheck comes up. You know, sounds like he means PokeCheck to me, man. Looks pretty bad. And it's like, oh, that was 5th generation, you idiot. So very aggressiveness coming out of these like high VGC chat rooms and stuff where there's just a lot of cheating talk going on or something like that the Nugget Bridge mod exposed. So you can go through this, but eventually Ray hops on, but just starts becoming a mess about PokeCheck and Power Save and all these illegal sketchy things being done by higher ups in it and all kinds of suspicious teams and stuff. This was actually in the comment section of one of my recent videos. I enjoyed it. Meowstic Loveball reminds me of the hacked Aegislash and how they somehow make timer stalling okay. Like, yeah, let's change the rules to accommodate Nugget Bridge. That's exactly what is going on in the higher up for Pokemon. So there we go, guys. I honestly don't know why they just don't admit to cheating at this point, or why someone just doesn't come out and like say it. Like Zubat already said, oh yeah, everyone uses it, you know. When you look at the community, a majority of the Pokemon community, even outside of VGC, even like outside of Smogon stuff, like majority of the community cheats. That's all you need to know. So when you see it, it goes into VGC. There's obvious hatch Pokemon at various levels of events, making it into Worlds. Like Sejun Park's Worlds team had been shown to be absolutely illegal at some point. Not his 2014 X and Y team, but his team from Pokemon Black and White used at Worlds, and it was an impossible team. So people get through the hat check with cheated Pokemon all the time, but still against terms of service, still against the rules, still cheating regardless. And it seems like there's some kind of higher up conspiracy thing going on with the top VGC players looking out for each other, all being friends, all using some form of cheated Pokemon or having access to it. And that's not even going into VGC 2016, where all the teams had legendary Pokemon that had crazy like competitive IV spreads, most likely cloned off of like at least one legitimate one or something. Potentially all of them were cheated, or a high majority of them were straight up cheated. I would like to see like shiny values checked, you know? If a Pokemon has matching IVs, shiny values, original trainers, nature, and all that stuff, it is absolutely a clone, therefore illegal. I want to see a statement from the Pokemon Company. I want to see a statement from these players that are using very suspicious Pokemon. I think that's all there is to it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.